Okay, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to one of the sessions of the psychology of Quran, where we discuss deeply different surahs and we see the psychological perspective on it and see how we can apply it in our life and um, looking at it as it talking to us as the Quran is working for every time and place and see it how we can use it in our daily lifestyle. So we have been discussing Surah An-Nour, and this is part 2 of Surah An-Nour. Inshallah, we're going to go through lots of interesting verses of Quran, and we'll see how we can benefit from them, inshallah. For the first comers, my name is Basma Lubed. I'm a mindset life coach, and I'm also a researcher in the psychology of Quran. I have been doing this workshop weekly since, let's say, more than 1 year, sorry. And I always try to reflect and to see the different aspect of Quran in our life, more than just the normal tafsir, and see the benefit of it. So if you are also interested in other sessions that we already did, I already record them in my YouTube channel. You can find it out as Coaching with Basma. You can also find me in social media. Sometimes I post some of the reflection I do in different verses of Quran. So you can also find me there. And you can also join our WhatsApp group, the Psychology of Quran. Sometimes I share some of the posts, also some of the reflection I do. Okay. So in this session, usually we're gonna do the reflections and the tadabbur or tafakkur on the ayahs, and then I'm gonna open the place for the discussion. So please, if you have any questions, any opinions, any something maybe came to your mind you would like to share or to discuss or to ask me, please feel free at the end of the discussion to open your mic and share it with us. I always love to hear your feedback, and also we can benefit from each other. So, and this is why I like to do it as a live session, and then also I record it. But because sometimes someone will came up with an idea or a question that will open up lots of things or some reflection that I might not think about, you will think about. And this is the beauty of having different mindset, different minds that think from different angles, and at the same time for all of us to benefit from, inshallah. Okay, so last session, last week, we discussed the meaning, or let's say this is Surah An-Nour, which means the light. And we discussed how we have light in our body, we have light in our life, and how we can, and we put the intention that, inshallah, by reading this surah, we'll be able to get from this light, inshallah. And we also discussed different type of thing in a more, like in the beginning of ayah, Allah said like this surah has lots of obligation or lots of rules or lots of do and don't. And then we discuss also regarding adultery, zina, and then the condition like when you can justify or like witness for someone, and the condition that you need to bring and so on. And then we discussed the different mindset of the male and female, and why Allah mentioned like he will be angry of the woman if she was lying, and why he will do la'natullah, which is preventing him from the mercy of Allah for the men. We discuss this one in more deeply, in more psychological way, like the effect of the differences between the mindset of the male and female, subhanallah. And this is one of the miracle of Quran. You can watch the last episode in the last session in YouTube. It's so fascinating. And today we're going to talk about another aspect that after Allah mentioned regarding like zina and the rules and how you can and the punishment also. We mentioned about al-jald, like weapon, why Allah choose this type of punishment, what is the effect of it, why It's actually kind of a healing rather than a punishment or rather than a torture. A lot about it last session. You can look it up. And now we will part of the story. It's related but a little bit different. So we reach ayah number 11, which is the second page of Surah An-Nour. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إن الذين جاءوا بالإفك عصبة منكم لا تحسبوه شرا لكم بل هو له عذاب عظيم. Okay, so here Allah, one second. Okay, so here Allah is talking about al-ifk. This is the ifk. Okay, ifk means lying or like flipping the facts. Let's say in general, the root meaning in it in Arabic is, you know that this is the fact, but you won't say it. You will say something different. It's lying, but at the same time, like you are not being honest. You're even like saying lies or accusing someone with something wrong, okay? Or something he did not do or she did not do. So here Allah is saying, the people in this act, they came as a group of you. Don't think that it's bad for you, okay? People who's trying to accuse other people of doing something they did not do, and usually they come as a group, okay? Don't you think that this is something bad happening to you? It's actually a good thing, okay? For every one of them, he earned the sense, whatever he said, because he accused you of something you didn't do. So he earned it, or he gained this type of sense. And the one, وَالَّذِي تَوَلَّى كِبَرَهُ, and the one who feel arrogant or feel his ego out to them, he will have a huge or a great punishment or torture. Okay? So there is two sides of this ayah. Okay? One side is that it has been sent to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ of the incident of al-ifk, which is, you can search it later on. I'm gonna see it very shortly. It's the story of Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This one part of the story. The other part, I'm gonna discuss a different aspect of this ayah or this verse. Okay, so let me just discuss very briefly, very shortly, for the one who doesn't know the story of al-ifk or what happened. So they were, Aisha radiallahu anha and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were out going with a group of people for one of the war or one of the ghazwa. And then Aisha radiallahu anha, she went out, she lost her necklace, and then the people who, or the tribe they were going, they missed her. They didn't, she couldn't follow them. She was like looking for something, and they thought that she's already there on the camel, but she was not. And then they went out, and then she waited for them. And then she fell asleep because she said, okay, it's definitely they're gonna find out that I'm missed, then they will come back and pick me up. And then what happened is there's another guy. I'm not gonna go in details. There's another guy. He helped her to go back to the city, and so people start to see when they saw her coming with a strange man or this man, they start to put rumors and they start to accuse her, okay, that she might have affair, she is cheating, she has a relationship with him, and so on, without even having evidence out of it. Okay, so that's why it's called ifk. Ifk is like you accusing someone without have enough evidence to do so, without having the knowledge, the full knowledge about it. You didn't see it, no one see it. You just saw them, both of them coming back to the city. So they start to suspect or having these rumors and gossips about her while she is the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this was the story, and then she was a little bit sick, and then in the town it kept they start saying that there is this rumor, and Prophet Muhammad SAW didn't say anything for about, let's say, 1 month or so on. He waited for the answer from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then Allah sent this ayah at that time. Okay, so this one part of the story, or one part of, let's say, perspective. Again, we look at Quran, it's working or it's talking to us, and it should benefit us from all time and places. So I wanted to see it, or I study it from what different aspect that we can look at this ayah, or we can benefit from this ayah. Okay, let's reflect it on us. Let's see it what Allah trying to tell us from this ayah. So subhanallah, sometimes you might go through similar situation. People sometimes might accuse you of something you didn't do. You're innocent. You didn't do certain type of things, and you will find yourself blamed for something or accused of something, even if these people didn't have enough knowledge, or even maybe they are lying, just doing this type of thing. So, and again, it reminds me also of the incident of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So we discussed Surat al-Qasas, which has the story of Musa alayhi salam previously. It's the time of the wife of Al-Aziz when she accused him that he's trying to seduce her and so on. And then he didn't defend himself. In Quran, Allah didn't mention that he defended himself, but he sent him someone to defend him. Like if his shirt was cut from the front, and if cut from the back, and so on. And even later on, when he became a minister, or he was in a high status, and then his brother came, and then he was trying to put Suwa al-Malik in their bags, and then they accused his brother Harun, and then they said فإن يسرق فقد سرق أخ له من قبل. They accuse him that if this brother has stolen, he's similar to his brother Musa عليه السلام. He stole, and فأسرها يوسف في نفسه. He kept it in his, and he didn't defend himself. So subhanallah, there's similar ways that happens. Allah is trying to tell us that sometimes you might have a similar situation in life. You might face this type of event in your life. Your boss in your job is trying to tell you, yeah, you didn't do this one. Or someone, for example, hate you and they want to have revenge out of you, whatever. They will start to accuse you with certain type of things. It's very important here is to, okay, it's good to defense yourself, but it's always important to always keep in your mind that you have a huge, a bigger, a greatest protector, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is your wali. One of the names of Allah, Al-Wali, the one who protects you. He's responsible for you. He is there for you. Your wali. Allah is the greatest. Allah is Al-Qawi. He's the strongest. He is above all of the things that trying people to put you down in, the lies that people try to accuse you with. So it's something what happened with Aisha, with the story, or with Yusuf alayhi salam. They have faith and believe in Allah that Allah will show their innocence. Allah will show the true side of their story, and they have this strong trust. Although it's also might be difficult, sometimes you might be sad, you might be really feeling down that what did I do to deserve this? What did I do for people to accuse me with these type of things? But even the prophets, they have a similar situation. And prophets are all humans. So we can also face similar situation. But it's very important to not to be sad, not to think it's a bad thing for you. Here Allah is saying, لا تحسبوه شرا لكم. Don't you think that this is something bad for you. بل هو خير لكم. This is something good. Sometimes we never know. We see the situation from outside as a very negative event. But when you see it later on or after a long time or so on, we see the benefit of it. We see the wisdom. We see that there is something, maybe Allah articulate this plan because there is something good you're going to get out of it. Sometimes we don't know, but it's very important to trust Allah's plan in our life, to trust the divines, the Allah, whatever Allah is trying to write for you, it's for your own best. Sometimes we see it as bad, sometimes we see it very difficult, sometimes it's very hard. But the more we have this trust in Allah, the more we have belief in Allah, that Allah, He is your creator, would not do something against you. Again, everything Allah put for us in this life, وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمُ السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضِ, give us everything, give us the rules, give us the planets to eat from, tell us eat this, don't eat this, drink this, don't drink this, do this, this is halal, this is haram. It's for all our own benefit. So Allah always seeking our own interest, our own benefit. Sometimes we don't know it, we don't know the full story behind it, the full reason behind it, the things that happen to us. But here is our test in life, to trust our creator, to have faith. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show you sometimes why did this happen to you, prove to you. You will see the signs, the ayat, the miracles, the things, the proof that Allah sent to you to have more faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So again, it's like Allah is trying to tell us that don't feel so sad over it. Don't get too hurt, because Allah understand our mentality. Allah understand our emotions. Allah understand that we might get hurt when someone accuses us with something wrong. When someone tells us that we did something while we didn't do it, we will feel so devastated. And it's in these times, it's very important to take the strength from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to seek His guidance, to seek His shelter, to get this protection and safety from Allah al-Mu'min as-Salam. So to always remember to go back to Allah, especially in this situation, not to feel alone, not to feel that you are against the world, or the world or colliding against you. And sometimes you might have this type of sensation that everything is going wrong, everything is negative, people is so bad, so you feel like you're alone in this life, and like everything is against you. But it's very important to remember you are never alone. It's actually impossible to be alone, because Allah has been always and will always be there with you. Since the day you have been born, Allah was always there. Even if you was not aware of it, He was there. He was seeing, hearing, looking at you, knowing everything that's happening to you. And this gives you the sensation of safety, the sensation of you're always looking after, you're always taken care of. There is always a protection around you. Plus the angel, Allah put the angel, and this is another story that we can talk about, like how Allah give us the angel as our bodyguard. Like they're the one for protecting us. They do other stuff, but mainly they protect us. There's many different ayah about them. Okay. Then Allah is saying all of them, they gonna, whoever accuse or do this gossip or do this ifk, they gonna gain their itham. And the one who will take pride of whatever he did, like some people, okay, I did a mistake, but I will feel still ashamed of myself that I did this sins or I accused this sin. But some of them, they will do the sins and then they will also be proud of it. Like, they have this ego that, yeah, so what? Yeah, I say it. I can accuse this one. I can judge this one. I can tell that this one did this thing. So this is actually like they will get a huge or a greater punishment, because they don't even have the consciousness of like feeling ashamed. to be able to close, to repent to Allah, do tawbah. Okay, so this is a very important point to put it in mind. Here's the other ayah. It's so beautiful. You know, Allah is saying, لولا إذ سمعتموه ظن المؤمنون والمؤمنات بأنفسهم خيرا وقالوا هذا إفك مبين. So Allah is saying, when you will hear this lie, okay, إذ سمعتموه, the believers and the women and the men of the believers, they will think. ظن is like they will reflect or think. ظن, okay. بأنفسهم خيرا, okay, with themselves as a good of themselves. So imagine they're accusing someone. Like they say, yeah, this woman is she's doing adultery, like she is doing something or so on. I'm let's say talking about general story, okay. So general case scenario, let's say, and they all people, they start in the city to gossip that, yeah, this woman is a bad woman, this woman is doing this sins, this woman is like drinking or whatever, doing anything, okay. And then the believers or people who will start to believe, who are believers, if they hear it, they will start to think, no, that definitely it's not true, it's definitely something, no, it's something good, she wouldn't do it because she is one of us. بأنفسهم here is it's so beautiful in Quran. بأنفسهم is like from ourselves. They didn't separate themselves. We as a Muslim and a believer, we don't separate someone if he do a sense. We don't say, yeah, he is someone bad and yeah, so he is out of Islam, he is out of us, he's not from our group, he is not for us. No. And this is the unity of the believers. The people who are true believers, they will see themselves as a one community together. If someone says something bad for them, they will protect him. They will try to witness against this thing. They try to stop the rumor. Okay? And subhanAllah, here Allah is saying, whoever have this quality is the one who is true believer. He will not say, yeah, if you're saying that this woman is bad or this guy is bad, so yeah, he's definitely bad. He's not from us. He's not from our family, not from our religion, not from our country, not from our, lots of people, if someone bad, they will just exclude him. And they said, yeah, he does not represent us. But the true believers, before even doing anything, they will suspect good. They will think, no, he's one of us. There's definitely, no, he's a good person. Okay? And then, وَقَالُوا هَذَا إِفْكٌ مُبِينٌ. And they will say, this is definitely a lie, and the big lie. Or mubin is something clear and like something big one. So again, they gonna stop this rumor from continuing. Imagine you hear a rumor or someone saying something bad about someone else. A rumor needs a person to break the cycle of spreading. So Allah here is saying that the true believers, the believers, whether it's a man or woman, they are the one who's gonna stop the rumors and not spread it, because they don't have a full knowledge. They only hear about it, and they will do husn al-dhan, like they will think good about these people. They will not exclude them. They will think no, and they will protect them and not spread the rumor more and more. So it's like Allah is telling us what type of characters the believers should have. For us as a community, as Muslims, we should have. If we hear something about someone, we always need to first think about it, reflect, then we use our consciousness. Before we spread it, we need to think, we hold a little bit, we think about it. And then even with that thinking, we need to think good about it, not exclude them, because they represent us. We are a whole. There is an ayah, an hadith, and for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is like, um, Muslims are like one body. If a part of the body gets hurt, all the body will be affected. It's like it's a representation or a metaphor that we're all one community. We're all affected. We are all together here. We have a unity, and this is one of the strongest values in Islam. And you can see it everywhere. Like we pray in one lines. We have like lots of charity. Part of our money we need to spend it. It's like one of the big values, core values of Islam, is unity. That you're not alone in here. We all together in this one. And subhanallah, yani, this is one of the beautiful rules Allah gave it to us, because that's what build a strong community. That's what build, you're not alone in here. If you are struggling in something, you will find how many Muslims in the whole universe can help you. Again, this is important. And some of them, it's not like, yeah, they will do it out of charity. Something is obligated, like zakah is obligated. You need to give your money to other person. You need to do certain type of things. So again, this is one of the core values of Islam. Okay, the other thing is, not to think. Some people, if you heard something bad about someone else, some people will focus on their ego. They will say, yeah, we are better than them, or shame on them. Before they know the full story with this right or not, they will say like, yeah, thank God I'm better. Thank God I'm a good person. I'm a good believer. I'm a good Muslim. So, and this is a sign Allah is trying to tell us, don't think from a narrow angle, or don't think only about yourself. Because you never know what will happen. Maybe after 1 year or so on, you might do something bad also. But always try also to think about the mentality and the mindset of the other person. Have empathy. Whether this person did or did not do the act, but always have empathy to another person. Put yourself in his shoes. Maybe what type of feeling he could have, what he wish you to do. Would he wish for other people to defend him? Would wish other people to protect him as one community, as Muslims, as mu'mins? So subhanallah, again, this is how Allah trying to teach us in our relationships in general, how to have this thinking about each other. We're not alone in this one. Like we're all one community. Whatever you wish for yourself, you need to wish for other people. Same thing. So subhanallah, this ayah is so deep. Like when you get more into it, it will open lots of other angles that you can benefit really from it. And this is the beauty of Quran. This is why we also need to read Quran very slowly, to think why Allah used بأنفسهم, not he used خيرا without أنفسهم, for example. Why Allah said he started ظن المؤمنون بأنفسهم خيرا, then they were gonna say this is a big ifk. So there is an order. They will not directly say. They will think first. They will not directly transfer the rumor or saying or give a reaction. They will stop and think, no, this is probably something good. This probably they didn't do it. Then they will say, then they will do the reaction. Subhanallah, everything is in a particular order. Subhanallah, everything is like fascinating in how Allah putting these ayahs. Okay? So next, Allah saying, لولا جاءوا عليه بأربعة شهداء فإذ لم يأتوا بالشهداء فأولئك عند الله هم الكاذبون. So Allah is saying, wouldn't they come with 4 witnesses? You remember in the last session, we said one of the conditions Allah said to if you want to accuse or witness against or someone doing adultery or doing zina, you need to bring 4 witnesses, and these witnesses need to see the act. They have saw the act. So not just a witness who will see, we saw him coming from outside the room, or we saw them coming to the city together. No, you need to see the act of zina. 4 people, which is very difficult. Like it doesn't even come. But this is, you need 4 witnesses to apply had the zina, or the punishment of a zina, of adultery. Okay? Again, so you need, whether they come, since they do this one, they should come, the rules. This is the Allah put with the 4 witnesses. And if they didn't come with the witnesses, so they are the liars. They will be labeled as liars on Allah. Like Allah will call them that they are liars. Okay? So again, it reminds us, this is why Allah trying to give us these rules. Allah trying to give us what's halal, what's haram. When we do this punishment, when we do this had, when we do this type of rule, it's all for our own benefit. It's all to build a community that has peace, a community that knows what to do if this incidents happen. So subhanallah, Allah is giving us how to have a smooth dynamic of our relationship in general with people. Okay? But then ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته في الدنيا والآخرة لمسكم فيما أفضتم فيه عذاب عظيم. Allah is saying, where if there were not the God's blessing or grace on us and His mercy in the life dunya and in the life after, that He surely would have give us لمسكم. لمسكم here is coming with touch again, and you know, it's so beautiful now when I think about it. But let me continue on it. لمسكم فيما أفضتم فيه, that means is that you will get some of the punishment of whatever you have did, or whatever sins you have done. You would get a huge or a great punishment. Okay? So Allah is saying that, and this is something also we mentioned before, Allah always give you chances to repent, to ask for forgiveness, and send you signs, send you a wake-up call to wake up and trying to do better, try to change, try to do tawbah and ask for forgiveness before you get the punishment, before something big, very bad happened to you. And this is out of the mercy of Allah and the blessing or the grace of Allah. Fadlullahi wa rahmatuhu. Subhanallah. And this is out of His mercy. In the hayat dunya and akhirah. You can have punishment or adab or torture in hayat dunya and akhirah, by the way. This is something to keep in mind. Like if someone have a loss in their life, they lost someone they love, or they lost their job, or lost their money, or lost a friendship, or lost any type of thing, or any type of pain that you could have in the hayat dunya or akhirah, the punishment could be in there, and the punishment in the life after could be the hellfire also. So you can have both. But Allah prevent this by what? But His mercy and His grace and blessing that He gives to you. Subhanallah. وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَسِعَتْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. And the mercy of Allah that can fulfill or has the capacity of everything. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. The most merciful. Okay? So it's like Allah is telling us that Allah gives some times for you to repent. He give you chances. He give you warnings. But if you didn't listen to it, if you didn't repent to it, then you deserve this punishment. Okay? And you deserve this torture. Here is another interesting ayah, and this ayah is so fascinating. You know, I send it in the Arabic group, so I have a psychology of Quran in the Arabic group, and it's so fascinating. So Allah is telling us, إذ تلقونه بألسنتكم وتقولون بأفواهكم ما ليس لكم به علم وتحسبونه هينا وهو عند الله عظيم. Okay? So Allah is saying is, you gonna receive it. You receive it when you took it, okay, with your tongue. تلقونه, you receive it with your tongue, and you said it with your mouth, what you don't have knowledge from out of it, okay? And you think it's something very insignificant or take it very lightly, while it's something very great for Allah, okay? And this is so beautiful. Why Allah said you receive it by your tongue, okay? And this is what made me thinking, what made me do some research is that you usually research a knowledge or something or a saying or a rumor or whatever it is with your ear first, right? Yani our the things that we receive, our senses that we receive things with is either our ear or our sight, right? You can see something and then you can form a knowledge out of it, or you can hear something and then also form a knowledge out of it. So how come you receive it with your tongue? And this is the beauty of Quran. This is how fascinating it is. Allah here is saying, He's given like a metaphor. People who take or spread these rumors or trying to do this ifk or trying to accuse and lie against other people, they didn't even use the sense of hearing or the sight. They didn't even give it a time to go and process it to their mind, to process whatever they heard or whatever they saw. They directly took whatever they heard and they directly say it out, and they put it or spread this rumor or did this without fact checking. So it's like they skip a major point, which is to reflect and see and hold, like, is this is true? Is this is lie? Is this is like a fact? It's not a fact. Like if I say it, it might cause harm to other person. They skip all the processing, the interpretation of whatever they receive. That's why Allah is saying, like how fast they will take to receive it or catch it with their tongue and directly put it out with their mouth. So the process was like tough act. It didn't pass by their brain. It didn't pass by their hearing. It didn't pass by their eyes. Other senses was not involved even. Subhanallah, subhanallah. And this is so beautiful. You see, like I was like saying, why would Allah saying تلقونه, receiving with your tongue? How I'm gonna receive something in my tongue? I receive tasting something. That's interesting. You know, now when I think about it, when we taste things, we don't really just, when we taste it, we take time and we reflect and we think, and when we meditate and we do, you know, it was just tasting. It's like a very simple, superficial technique or mechanism we do. You know, it's very interesting to think about. Again, subhanallah, this is one of the miracles of Quran, is like just think about it deeply, think about it in a mirror way, like it's so fascinating. Subhanallah, this is how Allah is talking to our mind, is talking to think. أفلا يتفكرون أفلا يتدبرون, to think, reflect. You will find an amazing fact, amazing conclusion in it. Okay, so here what Allah is saying is that they will receive with their tongue, directly they're gonna say something. They receive the rumor, directly they're gonna give a reaction. They spread it out. Double check, maybe it's false, maybe it's harming someone, maybe it's not true, maybe it's bad thing to say it, maybe it's ghiba, namima, you should not do it. But no, there is no thinking process. And subhanallah, go the other ayah. This is what the difference between them and what the believers do. Think and they hear. See, they used these two senses. They think, so it comes from their ears, not from their tongues. And then they shift it to their brain, they reflect, they use their mindset, they interrupt, they see, think. And then, وَقَالُوا, then they say it with their mouth, which is the right process for everything you have in life, for everything you receive in life. This is the proper process you should do. whenever you get an information, hear it, think about it, then say whatever you want to say. This is Surat An-Nour. Yeah, the light. Okay. So, subhanallah. So, Allah is telling us what is the proper or the right process you need to do in anything in your life. Someone is telling you something. You need to check before you judge, before you give a reaction. How many times we have been surrendered to our own thought? Let's say if someone is not answering you, or someone is late for an appointment or something, sometimes we directly go, yeah, he's doing this because he hates us, or he's doing this because he is someone very bad, he's like always, he have poor time management, we give this conclusion and this judgment before we give it a chance to think, okay, maybe he has other reasons. Maybe he had an accident. Maybe he has an issue. He couldn't contact me or say, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late or whatever. So it's always important to see different angle of it. And again, have an empathy that I might be in the same situation. So sometimes we give excuses for ourselves, but we don't give excuses to other people. Sometimes we can be that rush, so harsh on each other. So maybe if he didn't reply, if he came late, let's think, if I was in similar situation, what could happen to me? What could be the reason? And then try to think of it is that I'm not alone. Like, we're all together. We're similar. Sometimes similar. We are all mu'minuna wal mu'minat, the believers. We're all together, one community, one group. Okay? And do the process. Hear, think, which is reflect, use your mind. Hearing, then thinking, your mind. Then say. The last thing is saying. Because the one that you're gonna be accounted for in the day after and will decide whether you go to heaven or hell is what you say, what your reaction. Allah said will not give us or accounted us or do an hisab for whatever we think, but He will give us hisab and judge us or be accountable for in the day after, in the day of judgment, of whatever we say, whatever we do. Okay? That's why you need to delay it. You need to take your time before you say something you might regret, before you do something you might regret, or affect someone else, or harm someone else. Okay? This process need to be in order. Okay? Do not rush in saying things without taking your time to think about it. Okay, so subhanallah, here is the difference between them, or here is like a comparison between them. These did not use the hearing, did not use the mind, did not use the thinking process, the interpretation, the holding just a little bit to reflect. No, they directly say it out, and they didn't have a knowledge about it. ما ليس لكم به علم. That you don't have enough knowledge about it. And this is how Allah is telling us, always fact check. You need to check the facts. You need to check the information. Having an information does not mean that you have a knowledge about it. I might have an information, yeah, and that about cars need to be the oil of the car need to be changed every whatever couple of months or whatever, whatever it is. That does not mean I have a full knowledge about cars. Full knowledge that you need to go check and you need to see the oil, if it's dark, if it's, certain type of things. You need to search and check it out, and you have enough time to have this knowledge. But saying, yeah, I have this information, so no, that means I'm an expert. No, you're not. Okay? And it's important to not talk with something that you don't have knowledge about. So, subhanallah, and this is one of the main quality of a wise person is silence. If you don't know something, you don't need to speak. If you don't know something, you don't need to say things. Just say, I don't know. It's fine. Every one of us doesn't know something about something. So we're not full of knowledge of everything. It's okay to say, I don't know. I will look it up. I will search for it. I will ask ChatGPT, whatever. But it's okay. You don't need to say, yeah, I know everything. Yeah, I'm aware of everything. Because it will show up. Like people will know that you're lying. And they will not start to, you will not be reliable. No one will believe you or ask for your advice or whatever. Okay. And you think it's easy or insignificant. So people said, yeah, she said that this woman is bad. I just said this. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Everyone say the same thing. Everyone gossip. Everyone do rumors. Everyone, we're just chatting. No, it's a big deal. You think it's nothing, but it's a big deal. On Allah, it's something great. وَهُوَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ عَظِيمٌ. It's a great thing. When we think, yeah, we're chatting, we are just talking, everyone's saying it, so why I wouldn't say it? No. If you're really afraid to get punished, or you don't want to gain this sense, or if you're really afraid of Allah and love Allah, you should not do it. Don't go with the group did it, the peer pressure. Yeah, they all talking about her, so I said, like, okay, I'm gonna talk with you, I'm gonna ship in, and that's so bad. This is why it's very important to choose your friend and choose people you hang up with. Okay. so so it's very important, and to stop it when you feel you need to stop it or not participate in it, because otherwise you will be one of them. Okay. Then Allah is saying, ولولا إذ سمعتموه قلتم ما يكون لنا أن نتكلم بهذا سبحانك هذا بهتان عظيم. And if you would hear it out, you would say, well, we wouldn't talk about it. We wouldn't say it. Subhanak, God forbid, let's say, this is a big slander or a big lying. Okay. So, subhanallah, sometimes you might not realize that you're doing something wrong until you see someone else doing the same thing. So, sometimes we're not aware of our mistakes. We're not aware of our sense or the things that you do. But if we have a camera that's taken a video out of our life, and then we see the moment that we did this things, we would think, oh my God, that's so bad, that's so shameful, I shouldn't do, I will astaghfirullah, that I shouldn't do this. So subhanallah, it's like Allah is trying to tell us, try to be more aware of yourself. Try to be more reflective of the things that you do and the effect of it, that you wouldn't accept it for yourself. You wouldn't accept to be this kind of person who's spreading rumors or accusing people with a lie or so on. So it's like, try, there is something in psychology we call mirroring. When you start to see your reflection, what the things I'm doing, am I doing something right, am I doing something wrong? Like, always have this perspective. Always see, I would not accept to do this one, because we always want to be in a good shape. We always want to be in a good manners, good characters, good qualities that we have. But sometimes we do it and we don't have this reflection. So it's like Allah telling us, try to see yourself doing it. If you would see yourself doing it, you will say, oh my God, like, subhanak, what did you do? We would never do this. ما يكون لنا أن نتكلم. We wouldn't even talk like this. So again, it's really amazing how Allah is trying to tell us, or teaching us how to live our life, how to deal with the things that we go in our life. Again, so subhanAllah, Allah is saying, يعظكم الله. يعظكم, it's not warning as of like advising. أعظكم, العظة is in Arabic is like giving you advice because he loves you. العظة is something, I want to give you this thing, or I want to tell you what to do because I love you, or I want the best for you, you know? So يعظكم is so beautiful. It's not like يأمركم, he's ordering you. No. It's a more of advice, and advice, you give advice for someone you love. You want the best interest of him. يعظكم, he advise you not to go back to it, not to do similar thing like it. تعودوا لمثله. أبدا, never, if you are a believers. So if you are a true believers, you wouldn't do a similar thing or doing it again. If you did tawbah, if you did this mistake, Allah is advising you not to repeat it again, because you should learn your lesson. You should have tawbah nasuha, or repenting, that you repent and you deciding not to go back to it. The true repentance is not to go back to it. Have the intention to not do it again. ويبين لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم. ويبين الله لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم. And Allah is trying to clarify or make it clear for you these ayahs, the verses, and Allah is all knower and all wise, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. But let's see. 1 second, if we have time to continue this one. Okay, let's finish these two ayah. Then we can open the discussion. So, إن الذين يحبون أن تشيع الفاحشة في الذين آمنوا لهم عذاب أليم في الدنيا والآخرة والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. So, the people who like to spread this immortality or bad things, or fahisha, it has different meaning and than it's something that is not acceptable publicly. Okay, it's and something very long, very bad to do. So whoever like to these type of bad acts to spread among the people who believe, they have a great painful punishment in the hayat dunya, in the world, and in the life after. And Allah knows and you don't know. Okay, so there is some type of people, they like to gossip, they like to spread rumor, they like to hurt other people, they like to spread bad stuff, bad things. So that's some people, let's say now you can see in lots of movies and lots of TV show, they try to promote for LGBT, gay community, these type of things that Allah prohibited us from this. It's very bad. So they try to advertise for these type of things. So this is considered also fahisha, something very bad. They will have this type of punishment, painful punishment. Okay. And any type of things. It could be even like spreading rumor, saying, doing ifk, or accusing people. So because they're gonna also accuse, cause pain to other people, so their punishment will be also painful. You know? So, and subhanallah, and this is out of justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته وأن الله رؤوف رحيم. And if we're not God's mercy or grace and His mercy, and Allah is Ra'uf, full of kindness and most merciful, that you would not get punished and you will have a chance to repent or so on because of your action. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here. But I'm gonna, before we end, by the way, in the first ayah we discuss al-ifk, and this is something I would like to I shared it I think before, is when you feel like there is a word you don't know the tafsir of it or the meaning of it, try to search for other ayahs that have the same word in it, so you can understand the meaning of it in the context from Quran itself. So I searched for a couple of ayah in my research. There is ayah. Let me get it. I'm gonna give the ayah for you. If anyone wants to check it out, I'm gonna give you the number and the surah in the ayah. And this is one of the way to reflect on Quran is by finding the similarity in different ayahs and surahs. It will gives you a closer or a clear idea about the meaning of this ayah. Especially this word is not very frequently mentioned in Quran. So some of the non-Arabic speaker would find it very difficult to understand the meaning of it. So you can search another ayah that's similar to it. Uh, One second. There is Surat Ash-Shu'ara, ayah number 222. Before it, Allah is saying, هل أنبئكم على من تنزل الشياطين تنزل على كل أفاك أثيم. Afak here is similar to afk. Okay, so Allah is saying that, do you know, would you like me to tell you who is the shayateen, the saint, Satan's go on or went out or be connected to? Is coming for who, everyone who was doing afk, afak, athim, who was doing this lies or uh, what did we say is like defeating facts or not saying the fact. They know it's something fact, but they say a lie out of it. And a theme who gained this ethm or gained this sense. Okay, so this is another ayah. There is another ayah, أَنَّا يُؤْفَكُونَ. Okay, وَالْمُؤْتَفِكَةُ أَهْوَى. I'm gonna show you the المؤتفكة أهوى, which is, you might see the word is full. Al-mu'tafika is not ifk, but again, we go back to the root of the word itself. So ifk is like the fa and kaf, the original of it, or the alif, ifk. Al-mu'tafika, you will find it has the main letters in Arabic. So that you know that it's the same word. Mu'tafika. Yes, Surah An-Najm, ayah number 53, when Allah was talking about the punishment of the people of Lut, when Allah flipped the earth on them. So flipping is similar meaning to ifk. Again, when you flipping fact or you are not saying the right thing, you do something up to it. You know the truth, but you're not saying it. So again, this is one of the way for who is interested to do research or to go deeper on the meaning of ayah. And this is one of the way I'm using it as a scholar to find the deeper meaning of it, not just to say it, yeah, it's the story of Aisha. I know it could be one of the saying why it has been sent to Prophet Muhammad, but again, it have different aspect, different angle. We need to look at it, not to just put it one interpretation or one meaning. It's limiting us, and Quran is unlimited, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is unlimited. Okay, so now I'm gonna open the place for discussion. Anyone would like to share anything, would have to ask any question, any ideas, you are more than welcome to open your mic and share it with me. Anyone would like to share anything before we wrap up the session? Okay, then we gonna continue inshallah our sessions for the next week. Okay, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for attending this session. I will try to upload the recording. Please share it for the people who feel benefit from it, and anyone would like to join also our WhatsApp group. Let me know, and so I can send them the group link, because sometimes I share some of the reflection in the group only. So hopefully they can benefit from it. So please share it with anyone you know. And if you have any questions, any concerns, I'm always there. Just send me a DM or a message, and I would love to have any discussion related to these ayahs or even the ayahs before. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. And I wish you a nice evening. See you, inshallah, next week.